Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the speaking group of worldwide. We call that you're tuned in to a special edition of the Misadventures on twitch.tv/homohomo2093. You may be wondering, why are we back here in Genshin Impact? Well, there's a few things we're going to be doing before we head into the focus of this stream, which will be a playthrough of the Hildebrand story on Final Fantasy XIV. I believe the Hildebrand story is now available. We'll go ahead and see for ourselves. But the reason why we're here is because apparently there is a special cutscene when we head inside the Knights of Favonia's headquarters. Apparently there is something available that we will go ahead and take a look at. So we're gonna go ahead and head over to the headquarters, see what's up, because apparently there is a special cutscene we should be able to take a look at here. So if there's any dubbing for this, it's gonna be in Japanese, so let's go take a look at it, because we've already wrapped up the main story. Apparently there has been an unfortunate incident involving Alice. Alice in solitary confinement? Impossible! Let's see what's going on. Apparently, this is not available once I log out of the game, so what we're going to do something here. I'm going to go ahead and show you what... I can't believe it. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and do this one here, because apparently this is only something if we are not a we have to be logged. We were supposed to be logged into the game. I did not know that this cutscene was available, so apparently I did miss out on it. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and switch windows here and open the window. I can't believe it. I did not know that this was not available apparently, because it's no longer available. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and get a specific window here. And show you what would have been if we had actually seen it. So here's what we're gonna do. I absolutely did not know that this is not available once we log out of the game. So this was not pointed out to me somehow. So we're gonna go ahead and go open up the browser to show you what would have been if I'm gonna go ahead and look, because I'm gonna add a source here. Hold on. Here, we're gonna go ahead and go to it right now.
Here, I'll draw him for you. Look, this is the bad guy who made a whole bunch of trouble for Daddy. It's all his fault Daddy couldn't make it back this time. That big meanie! We should blow him up! That's right, he is a big meanie. But thanks to the honorary knight and her friends, he's not going to be much trouble anymore. Yay! The honorary knight is the best!
Ah, Alice, you're here. I'm truly sorry about this, but per the regulations of the Knights of Favonius, I'm afraid I must send you to confinement.
Whatever for? Things turned out just fine with the magic bubble. Besides, if that's what this is about, shouldn't Nicole come along too?
It's not about the bubble. We received word that a number of fish have been injured as a result of explosions near Starfell Lake. As I'm sure you're well aware, fish blasting is strictly prohibited.
Oh dear. Run, Clee! Save yourself!
She's already inside.
Guess it's a day of first for the Dodo King, huh?
Oh, farewell, forever traveler. You shall never see me again.
Well, apparently that was a secret extra that you could be seeing if you logged out and actually went over to Clee's room to eavesdrop. So let's go ahead and get out this one and head over quickly to Honkai Star Rail to take a look at the new banner that's out. It's already out by now over on America's server. So apparently that was a special extra bit. So let's go ahead and head over to Star Rail right now. let's go ahead and we don't think Sparksy is going to be available once we get rid of all these pulls. We think we'll still be hanging on to our guaranteed because our pity is very low, but we are on a guaranteed thanks to Blade getting his E1, the expensive Highlands. We're gonna go ahead and see what happens here. So nothing has happened yet. We are still holding on to a guaranteed. All we have been able to do is build pity.
しいの。
ユウさん、間違いないのですか？
じゃじゃんはっ。
胸に刻んでください。ジョン、よく言われてるのですか？再び舞いましょう。
じゃじゃんはっ。燃える踊りを心に一つ。
さあ存分に味わえ。
王妃両乱滅殺人。じゃじゃんはっ。
まだだ。
じゃじゃんはっ。じゃじゃんはっ。
胸に刻んでください。
なんて美しいの。
ユウさん、間違いないのですか？
燃える踊りを
ジョン、よく言われてるのですか？胸に刻んでください。
錦絵王妃両乱滅殺人。じゃじゃんはっ。
天地を支える。不朽不滅をもって発光をかける。
西風になって出発。答え見つけてごらん。どうぞ。
竜の方向。掴んでも余地あり。カラドボル逃げ場はない。アンレミテッドウェイルワークス。
西風になって出発。動じないで。
カラドボル不朽不滅をもって発光をかける。ヒュッ。
All right, we're gonna go ahead and take a commercial break. And then on the other side of this, we'll go ahead and do the Hildebrand story, which is the featured part of this live stream. Again, we will not be doing any variant dungeon work. That is going to be the next live stream, day 31 of the Dawntrail trials on Final Fantasy XIV Misadventures. So don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Alright, it's time to go ahead and get going with this one here. This is the Hildebrand story. Let's go ahead and get started. I will be doing narration for this as this is unvoiced, so you'll be hearing my narration voice and all this. Dubbing for this is going to be in English.
Cory, I was hoping you'd drop by. You took a little bit of doing, but I was able to run the quack I made in that storage device and you got a couple new scraps of data. First of all, it also happened to be a record of Carnelian's procedure. Seems the bastard soul was part of one of those clot-type monsters. They got an annoying talent for mimicking shapes and faces, which is exactly what Carnelian took advantage of and tricked us with his fake Karnaka. Never fear, Inspector Hildebrand is here. The older file I pulled out details and yet announced her other monster-fied criminal. This book was not for violation, bringing his aerial too fast, making risk maneuvers and eating others, that sort of thing. According to the data, is running around the body of a cactuar now. Virgin Boy has seen the researcher skiing club dispatched a particularly speed demon somewhere outside the dome, but where? Rejoice, my good detective, for I, Hildebrand, Agent Minkery, come bearing the very direction you seek. I was dreaming about the real Karnaka, the ambulatory cactus applying contraption was supposedly observed striking the sky on a southerly bearing. Yeah? Alas, despite hastening to convert its sighting, our intrepid share arrived too late to see the needle-covered individual in question. The report was summarily dismissed as fanciful imaginings of inebriated townsfolk. This is a trip of any signal less to spell me to investigate. Thus, to my painful assistant, I venture further sought to question the culpable cause of Tuliyodel.
Tuliyodel!
Yes, there divides some witnesses, eager to tell of an airborne succulent.
Who said it was moving incredible base? Seriously, vegan like it was to be invaders had written. Those nasty seaweed present unreachable, machine down to the south.
Alexandria's soldiers ride on air wheelers, so that there's another fine cockerel out there somewhere. I think we have our man. Good work. Almost too good, in fact. Over there, is that a new case I spy? Oh, they had to bid the hook. They're the real deal, right? Well, come to think of it, I don't know why anyone would bother impersonating them to begin with. At least the lead seems solid enough. If we're serious about catching this guy, we'll need an air wheel of our own. Come on, there's a shop nearby that does custom jobs.
Quest accepted. Alright, let's go ahead and do it.
This is the place. I used to be a regular here, but I ain't been back in a while. Let's see if they still remember me. Well, look what the wind blew in. Monum, I've come for my steed.
Yeah, that old crap heap. It's been rustling my grass for so long. I could just hold it out, let it gallop.
Well, they give me the tune of your credits, running my knees as a blazing birds. Do high voltage battery, superconductor coil at minimum. The chronometer is ticking. I'll see if we can get my hands on battery, but can I ask you to track down the coil? Your sub-ball dose one of suspension spring for anti-gravity gimbal, but you I can trust by the right power without cracking under the pressure.
Got my number, do you?
Just don't look at this. No tough egg when I see one.
That ball seems desperate to get Aerial up and running. I'll give you a tip. You wanna call quick like they're celebrating the rise of defective sentries. It's your best bet. I will design the guide to help you out. Set out to the stress in the west side of Alexandria. You'll have to murder this mechanic company dismantle papyrus.
I'll take this too long in the background. Good luck out there.
Alright, well. We, on the other hand, have one of these ones too. Our very own air wheeler, which we had bought a long time ago. This costs 7.5 million gil. So you're gonna have to do a lot of farming and a lot of money making to get one of these things. Once again, you are tuned in to the Hildebrand story here on twitch.tv/homohomo2093. This is Bongo Boy Pongatoy, the gift that keeps on giving, with the narration. Next live stream will be run through of the variant dungeons. Get a few paths unlocked on our way to getting a brand new mount. Pause. Gonna bring in our trusty friend Ruchi the White. They come. And back to soul mining.
Well, get your hands on the coil. Aye, that should do the trick. Now, what do your needs run up to? Can't be the heart of its source of berries. You should probably roll to next in case he was given them.
Yay, more fetching. We'll have to search for hard-boiled over at the arcade. Or we'll go ahead and back to the shard.
Kahori, any trouble picking up the coal? Nothing you couldn't handle, I wager. As for the battery, I bought one easily enough. The problem was convincing Inspector and Scott to stick around or he caught a whiff of tantalizing familiarity. Long story short, they went off and haven't come back. Suppose we ought to go look for them, eh? Is that a corpse? A smiling corpse? You need Fred Detective. This type of zombie is an old acquaintance of mine.
Allow me to introduce myself, good sir. I am a proud member of the Dental Dead Man and disciple of Master Zombie Brand. I have been on the road to get a new recruit for a merry moldering band. Since Sir Sean brought me here and visited this unexpected yet most welcome reunion.
I don't usually hold a necromancy, but it seems harmless enough. Well, if you're done catching up, we've got a case to work on. In an actual fact, our conversation is only currently case adjacent. Blowing snows for festering fellows is still on me tries to stench of necromantic aid at their facility in which I once slumbered. Yes, I'm getting past one of the very animated research there in the process of getting to know each other. He spoke to me the only person left alive after the incident. Over my new channel term, all the log workers perish with an accidental leakage of a highly toxic substance. All of that is, save for a single man who habitually wore a protective gas mask. Kishkai is his name. He was second in charge of the overseer himself. He had disdained by his peers as a condescending know-it-all. He did, however, gradually recognize his passion for his work. Even after devoting a full day to a particular experiment, he would pour his remaining time and energy into a mysterious side project. And he was the sole surviving researcher, you say. Sounds like we finally have a name for our mastermind. We'll see this shambling undead no less. No matter how many years I do this job, well, thanks for that. Yet to be of service. Now, if you'll excuse me, my new recruit and I have a cafe tour planned. So that fellow was an honest to God's working corpse, huh? I've met weird folks in my line of work, but do you always keep company with such oddballs? Well, that was all right. It's just, I reckon there are forces in this world you're better off not messing with. Anyway, let's take these parts back tomorrow and I'll make it my wheel repaired. Shouldn't take too long. I'll run back here to make sure he's running smoothly. You can see the magnificent beast in all its glory. Well, Detective Hardball seems somewhat nervous, excited to reclaim his pride and joy, perhaps. I think, Kahori, I call him Night Stallion. He's a custom job built for yours truly. He has far too much horsepower for the average mook to handle. Anti-gravity capability is standard when it comes to ground speed. He's been tweaked to achieve the highest possible performance. The trick is to install quick heating motor coils. Won't the increased heat compromise the magnetic field's integrity, you ask? Well, that's a valid concern. A hotter drivetrain runs completely differently when you have the throttle and... You get those filthy hands on my ride. I really thought you tested me steam with a touch of Southern Mandeville.
You have this ring you see this whole time. Why have you been running it until now?
Ah, so first is innocent. Spinning image of my assistant.
Yay.
I'll never forget the day I hung on my spurs. It was right after I'd caught Carnelian. The simmering thoughts of it, so dispersed like shell at any moment. Big house is too good for likes of the Crime King. See you in hell, your majesty. You pull the trigger when you have the chance. You've gone soft, hard-boiled. The flashback exceeds the legal length. Ah!
That's for illicit embellishments, no doubt.
Wrap it up, Gumshoe.
Ah! It was the chase. My assistant was avenged. Seeing the Crime King do slammer took me out the boil. Riding cold just ain't my style. But now the Carnelian's on the streets again. It's time for me to get back in the saddle. They're saying that Cactuar, Pong, Plover, Tuli, whatever, then blew past the Dirigible by assault, right? What kind of territory are we looking at? That's victories, are there? Let's make this Yaktail's Dirigible landing our start point. I'll take Night Stallion and meet you there.
Hey.
Mm. Right, we shall find our way to this cocktail dirigible landing. See you there.
Oh, show us your tail, Inspector.
Uh,
Ah,
Right. Eggplants.
Oh, you made it. In this genial gumshoe, I had to appreciate that view coming in over the treetops. Anyway, I talked to locals who wait for you to arrive, and one fellow had seen Mr. Kahori flying down to the lower forests. I'm told the biggest place out there is a settlement called Mamuk, so that'll be our next destination. Let's head over there, walk the streets, ask some questions, you know, the usual. Very good, Detective, but what's become of your wondrous wheeler? Nights I would draw more attention than I like. I'll use the autopilot function to call when I need them, but otherwise I'll make do with my own 2 feet. That must be my book. They build things different down there, huh? We got time to admire the architecture. Spread out and find someone who's clapped eyes on that cactuar.
yes, I've begun the fiend you describe. The forest has a share of fantastical creatures, but this one was undeniably out of place. I started smashing one of the giant meteorites with the cloud, then racing away with the broken pieces. Make of that what you will. Yeah, yes, I did see an unusual creature driving straight vehicle to the forest break the speeds. The vehicle said by lights of pressed my attention by the incomparable yelling of its pilot. Very at the sight of this posturing manland was so absurd I found myself more bemused than frightened.
Ah, there's something of recent gossip. I crossed paths with the creature I sent like did all, but the machine he rolled upon was a true wonder. He pulled alongside me in my whip, changed the slow race, then zoomed up with astounding sweetness. If you're trying to catch that speed, you'll need an equally miraculous mount. Hmm. So, what's the rap? The gist of music are very much the same. There is a cat crow racing out there, that much can be certain. If making stops to back meteorite fragments, then this ain't no simple joyride. Talk to me, Kahori. Something about those trucks I don't know? Kinda special like their gradation, eh? We haven't pieced together Kishkai's big plan yet, but he seems real interested in those space stones. Which means we got a good chance of finding this spiky goon by stalking out the spots where the meteorites are, and if we nab the cockcrow, we can make him lead us to the researcher and to Carnelian. When I say us, I mean me and Nightstown, of course. But once we find him, the rest of you won't be giving chase without nail regular. I need no such contrivance. He's able to condition my intensive chocobo bearing exercise regimen. Well, good luck to him. Still think he's a weak-willed punk, but I can't deny that uncanny body of his is made of sterner stuff. Let's get on with it then. I heard there's a few good-sized speed rides alongside the road leads out of town. We'll start at the near end and hope the Mook puts in an appearance. Right, let's go ahead and time to do some surveying. Right around here. No wheeler riding cockcrow around here. Let's move on. Oh, that idiot inspector took up again. The case all sewn up and running past in my leads, did it? Yeah, I thought he was onto something. That way, Nashu. I think I may be onto something. No sign of him either. On to the next meteorite. I detect a hint of criminality in that direction. Amasashu, we mustn't let the detective beat us to the punch. Look what's inside the little space make way for the unmatchable uncatchable spike. Spike! Ooh. This one looks ripe for the smashing. Hold right there. I'm gonna need you to hop off that eel reeler. Yeah. Oh, you must be the blowhards I was warned about. Think you can get all this second speedster? My ride's back up to Black Mountain Mods and they know it faster. Give me all you can, slowpokes. If that's where it's gotta be, John's accepted. To me, Night Stallion, it's time to burn rubber. I'm right behind you!
I'm right behind you, Inspector.
Huh? Damn it, Stan's full caliber, I'm still trailing. Just see you mind my assistance after all. What the? You caught up to me on foot? Fine, change of plans. Where's my damn python? Ooh, ha, ha. I'll just tweak the weapon's elemental settings like so. When you were steering me and trying thrust, that beam was soon learning a harsh lesson. I think runs a fired up magical man. Action gain on me? Yeah, come on then. I feel the need of the spade. We did it. Victory is ours. I can't believe it. My undefeated wreck. My legendary win streak. It's over. And yet, I feel strangely content. Enough, you win. Just hand me over to the coppers and be done with it.
Huh?
So the researcher forced you to work for him like you did with the other fiends. That's right, told me to smash and grab the meteorites first. Not what you wanted for. All this way now, some delinquent goon knowledge is Kashkaya can nothing to show for it. Not to mention my beautiful ride getting trashed. That one's on you, Hildebrand. Perhaps we could try running together next time. Yeah. All of you look for Sky, a new cycle of the bay, while my mirror delivered a clip southwest of here. Huh? Oh. Well, you say that sooner. Better do this dinner with him. You won't scheme me this time. I'll leave this Colonel Cactuar in custody, which if you decide his man so well then so please treat him accordingly. Now, let's follow the detective to these cliffs, shall we? I must ensure these villains have served a gentleman's justice.
Yeet, 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 yeet.
I can hear them just up ahead. Let me get the drop on them before we all go barging in.
It's late. We must assume something went wrong. This meteorite from by the perfect energy so looking for almost a surplus, but it's too good risk in here.
Freeze match! Don't just put your lips on, let you up.
Oh. No, I'm not too hard to give him now.
Yeah.
He's getting away.
You'll keep.
I've got the one I want. But don't think I'm taking you just so you can escape. Never again.
Yeet. Then.
Murder's not the answer, detective. Where did Cornelian go? You almost had me. You're not with this bumbling fool you tolerate. Soft as ever. You and me are done, Hildebrand. Stay out of my way.
Yeah.
My recent inadequacies as an inspector appear to have earned the detective's ire. Well, as you return to assist him with this case, Kahori, it's only fitting that you remain at his side for the duration. Meanwhile, Nashu and I shall persist with our independent inquiries.
Sorry for the sudden exit back there, but that yolk for brains had me steaming. That's the problem. His help ain't nothing but a hindrance. Huh? Love him. I see you skulking over there, soft-boiled.
This is Douglas by serendipity. We're simply following the Dawntrail and look how we run all into each other, completely by chance. Well, we were only passing through after all. We shall apprehend that masked master of our own tried and true mythology. You shall see. Kahori, I want you on the case with me from here on out. When it comes to a proper guide beyond the dome, as well as being tougher than yours truly, no one else fits the bill. You might need to cool your heels for a bit while work on salvaging more data, but hardboiled always gets us well in the end. See you around. Meanwhile, elsewhere.
Oh, at long last, my scheme has come to fruition. No longer must I know the company of incompetent colleagues. All is in readiness. The replication of my brilliant mind is at hand. The procurers have been known as the Conlocker's common second best. My name shall ring from the Lions Guard by an army of unrivaled geniuses. Something amusing.
Or just the fact you prepared to devise capable miracles you plans were not so very banal.
You dare mock me.
what a boy he was, now to realize his dream worthy of his marvelous technology. Detective Hardball, they call me. Who on top of skill wrapped in old leather, a man who prepares his own company. His egg was overdone. Let the pot boil and boil, matched to my mood. So you can make a cracked shell whole again. Maybe it's time I smashed it completely.
Yeah. God, this is some troubling thoughts. Can anyone save Detective Hardball by myself? I'm a East Michigan. When those are the case, a happy ending is never far away. See you, Inspector. Bye.
That takes care of day 30 of Final Fantasy XIV Misadventures Dawntrail Trials. Day 31 will be the first of the variant dungeon runs. There are probably going to be about 3 or 4 streams of this, since one spaced everything out. So when we start this variant dungeon marathon, I will be putting on Party Finder the path that we are expected to follow, so that we don't stray from it, or we end up unlocking a path we've already unlocked, or unlock a path by surprise. If you like what you see in this broadcast, hit the follow button on Twitch Player, subscribe button on YouTube. The channel ID is MangaBoy151. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. That's bye for now. Good night.